All right, got it.
Okay, we're gonna put a string on the acoustic guitar. We have these strings here. There's 3 sets in a box. These are lights. Lights are a lot easier to play. Okay, this 10, that's the size of the thin string, the real thin string. And then the 47 is the size of the thick string. Okay. So inside here, there's 3 sets. We've got 1 set out already. So there's 3 sets. Catch them on Amazon the other day. You get them cheap. On the back, it shows the color coding of the ball. Like this thin string is silver. See how this says silver? And then whatever color these are, it's kind of hard to see here.
And then this one.
That one's purple, right?
Yeah.
It says purple, and then I don't know what the other ones are here.
You can kind of see that.
Okay, like here's a green. There's a green one, and that one looks black. So each company might be different. So you just have to follow the color coding on the package. So thin string, B string, G string, D string, A string, and that would be your thick string. What was confusing me is they have 2 more here. Well, that would be for the newer guitars that have like a 7th and 8th string.
How do you know?
So I haven't seen those in years, yeah. So, but they probably just use the same package for all their strings. There's only 6 strings in this package. But that was kind of confusing to me when I first looked at that. Okay, so our main thing here is just putting this string on. These come with this little plastic thing that slides inside the hole. You can get new ones if these break or get worn out. They're only like a couple bucks. They aren't expensive. But in this thing, there's like a slot here. Okay, and that slot would be pointed up that way. Okay. So we put the string in here like this. Put that string in that slot. Don't bend it. Don't bend it to fit around or nothing, because then you'll have a weak spot. So just kind of set it in there like that and try to get it in there without messing it up. Okay? Now, keeping that down in there, that might be a trick. So you just got to watch those for a couple weeks until you know it's not going to come out. Okay, usually they don't pop out, but if they pop out, the string might hit you in the face.
Okay.
So then we have to put the thin string on here. Let's see, the old string is still up here. There's a peg winder. This is a peg. It's just a little plastic thing that you wind this up with, so you don't have to stand here and do this for a half hour.
Okay.
I just forgot to grab it before I come over. I was halfway here and said, "Oh shucks."
Okay, so there's a hole that you put that into on there?
Yeah, there's a little hole there, and you just put that in here like that.
Okay.
Now, when I'm feeling sloppy, I'll just take this string and wind it around there, so I don't have to stand here for 15 minutes winding that.
Oh, okay.
So there really is no magic here. It just depends on how.
Do you pull it all the way taut
Well,
before you?
you can do it like that, but then you won't have a lot around the post here.
Okay.
So you should get at least 10 turns.
Do you cut the end of it off down here?
Right, but
Yeah.
try to get as much as possible wound around here without being ridiculous about it.
Okay.
Because that'll help it stay in tune.
Okay.
It won't matter so much with these, because these will stay in tune. These will stay wrapped. But with the thinner ones, always try to get a lot. You know, you don't have to wrap the whole thing around it, but you want a lot.
Okay.
Now, the main thing is when the string comes around, you want it to line up with this hole here in the nut. This plastic thing here is called the nut, and there's a little slot in each one. You can replace these nuts too, but sometimes they're real hard to find the exact match. You know, just bring it to a guitar shop and he can make you a nut that fits.
Okay.
So sometimes you get lucky and you find one that matches, but usually not. And the same goes for the plastic part down here too. You know, if these go bad, they're probably only $1. But to find a perfect match, it might be kind of hard. Just file it down. Okay, so here I'd say I'm just kind of guessing at it here. I got about this much string here, and then I'm just going to start winding. And you see, I want the string to come down that way. So I'm kind of thinking it might be better to go the other way, but I'm just following what they did on this side, because if it comes around this way, it'll come down like this. But I'm just going to follow it like this.
What'd they do on that one above it?
Yeah, it wound in.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's personal preference, but I would say on this one you would want it on the inside. This one here, you can probably kind of bend that a little bit so it kind of stays in place while you're starting this. See, this is where that peg winder really comes in handy. You don't have to stand here for five minutes. Usually you want to start at the top and go down with the winding, but it's kind of hard to see here what's going on there. I'm getting old and we ain't got no light in here, so. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm standing in the light. Wind it the right way, dummy.
Oh yeah, that would take forever to wind up. I know, I was winding it and I was like, wow, it didn't look like it was moving. And then I was like, it is moving. It's really slow.
Yeah. You're going to have so much wound around here, it's not going to matter much. So. Those peg winders, it's just a little piece of plastic that you wind it. They're only like $1 too. So.
Okay. So do I have to worry about getting poked in the eye or anything when I'm doing the strings?
Yeah, for sure. And new strings will break, slap you in the face, poke out your eye.
Jesus.
So you really got to be careful.
Wear some sunglasses or something.
Yeah. Once they've been on a while, I'd say they're pretty safe. But it's kind of like a new fan belt in your car. You know, the old fan belt lasts forever. You put a new one on, it breaks the same day. So it's kind of the same type of thing.
Okay.
So I can't really see what that's doing because it's silver on silver. And my glasses aren't all that great, but it's not really going to matter much. So it's getting pretty tight now. And then some people like to leave these on because they think it looks cool. I always cut them off. Don't cut it off right at the hole because you want it to catch, right? So like maybe a 1/4 inch or so. Once you know the string's in there, then you can chop that off or bend it down.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll take about a week to stay in tune because this thing is tightening up. All those things that we wound up.
Okay.
The string is stretching out. So new strings are a real pain to stay in tune. So So bring it up slowly, so it don't break. It's real. Some sets will have 2 E strings, because it's real common to break that E string, especially when you're putting it on.
Okay. I stopped paying attention for a second, so I went like that for a second there.
So this thing stayed in place. So just keep an eye on this, and you just have to tune it. You come back tomorrow, it's definitely going to be out of tune, because this is tightening up in here.
Oh, okay. Cool. This is dirty. I should wipe this off. I didn't clean it since I got it.
Yeah, regular furniture polish.
Okay.
It's fine. You can buy special polish, but I always just use Lemon Pledge. I'd buy the liquid stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
any type of polish is fine.
Okay. Do I have to worry about that tuner that's broken on it, or that won't affect the sound or anything?
Well,
Should I worry about fixing it? Nah, I don't have to worry about it, do I?
no, it's not going to hurt the sound or nothing.
Okay.
Here, you can go ahead and.
Okay.
Okay, you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I planned on this video, right? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the next string. Lots of people just cut the old ones off, but I like to keep the old ones, because then you have a string break in the middle of the night. At least you got an old one sitting around. So just slowly unwind it. Putting strings on a guitar, that's just another skill. You can just bring it to the store and say, here, put some new strings on this for me, and And I know some stores I used to go to, they'd put them on for free. Some might charge you. I can't see what I'm doing here. I don't know why it's not coming off. They might have it twist tied up here. So see, some smarty pants put it on there.
Oh yeah, they tied it.
Yeah, he's got it folded over or something. I can't see it at all.
Here, wait, I'm gonna set this down for a second.
I suppose it's probably a technique, but yeah. Do it with a pair of pliers with tin snips. You don't want to ruin your pliers or your scissors.
Right.
Okay? Sometimes you got to use pliers to get these things out, though. Great. Do you have a pair of pliers?
I do. Here, I'll pause it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, if you're working on a $1,000 guitar, you want a pair of pliers that's padded, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to save your strings, but at least you got a spare, you know.
Yeah.
And you can see it looks like they might have just replaced 2 of these. That might be the way the guitar came, just to be colorful, but see how some of them are white and some of them are black. So, now that I think of it, I think I have seen videos where the guys do something fancy up top here, but I never have. I've been playing since I was 12 and just wind it up. Thin strings, try and get as much as possible on there. Start at the top and try to wind down, but my glasses don't work anymore, so I can't really see. Something else that's kind of important is, like, especially on the thick ones, try to get the string to wrap over it, because that'll help it stay in place.
Over the end of it?
Over, like here, see, like here, I'm on top, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, this is where a peg winder would come in handy. Give me that blue coat. He doesn't know what he's doing. He shouldn't be teaching that. Okay.
It's better than, see, I didn't know how to do it. I would have had to bring it to a music store, so.
See,
This'll do.
I can't really see it because my glasses are bad. So I want to get a couple up on top of this here. You don't have to, it'll help it stay in tune. Off a goat. I didn't really plan on doing this. Figured I'd hand them to you and show how to do one and leave. Okay, so now I got like at least 2 on top of this here, and then I'll start bringing it down. And I'm not really going to worry about it much. I'll just let the string go where it wants to go. On the thin ones, on the thicker ones, you try to direct it a little more so you get a nice wrap. On the thin ones, I don't think it's going to matter that much. I was halfway down the road. I said, "Oh, pig winder." He's gonna be a pain.
Yay. I know this kid was selling it, and I'm like, how much are you selling it for?
What?
First he was like 150, and then he was like 100, and I'm like, is that too much? I took it for 100. Is that too much?
No, that's okay. I was looking at a bass on Craigslist just a couple of days ago. It was an old Fender. You wanted $700 for it. You got nuts.
Jeez.
I thought.
And then the string broke, and then the freaking tuner on the side broke, and I'm like, piece of shit. No.
Well, it's actually got a nice sound, though. You know what I mean?
True.
It's got a nice sound.
There's a case upstairs for it. It's really crappy.
Case alone is $30, $40, $50.
Oh, yeah. The zipper on it, I think, is broke. But, I don't know.
I have a hard time with is hearing the octaves. Like, I don't know if I'm in the right octave sometime. It's a G, but it's a G way up here. Or vice versa.
It looks like you know what you're doing to me. I'm like, oh.
So like you can see on these, they started at the top and wound down, you know. Started at the top and wound down, started at the top and wound down. On this one, they left too much, you know, he's just slopping it on. But these are nice and neat here. You can see that one's nice and neat. This one's kind of nice and neat.
Okay.
It just depends on how picky you want to be. Okay. You see this one. I can see here it's kind of loose on this side. So that one might shift around a little bit. So I'd use a pair of pliers to chop off this one here. That one doesn't have a cutter. Sometimes in there's a cutter, right?
Right.
Okay.
Awesome. Go ahead. Use them.
What's this here?
I have no idea. They're not special. I use them for everything.
Okay.
Cool.
And then you can push these down so they don't poke you. It may not matter much, but you get poked a couple of times, you start pushing them down.
Right.
Okay. That one you might want to cut off a little more. Okay.
All right, I'll cut it off.